Hello everyone. First, I would like to say thanks to Mr. Peter for giving us a chance to present our final test for Econometrics 1. Before we start, I would like to introduce you to our team. Let's go! My name is Zalfa Hasna Safitri Brutu and my last digit student number is 43.
My name is Novi Rahmawanti with student number 191011504
Hello, my name is Suci Wulandari with student number 47.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Akbar with student number 54.
My name is Rafli Fauzan Hartadi and my student number is 055.
I'm Juliana Ruthandayani with student number 19101150559.
My name is Priski Prasanna Mantasya with the last digit of my student ID is 63.
My name is Isam Wafa and my last ID number student is 66.
My name Muhammad Ridwan and my last ID student is 071.
My name is Diva Zafira with student number 19 10 11 50 76.
For the final econometric test, we were asked in groups to process data from the data provided by Jakarta Supermarket using RStudio. So we want to present the results of data processing and analysis in this video. Check it out!
Before we process the data, first we must input the data Jakarta Supermarket that given by Mr. Peter to RStudio. Click Import Dataset from Excel, browse, import. Here's the data. From the Jakarta Supermarket data, it can be seen that the data is not perfect because there are missing value. Missing value becomes an obstacle to performing data analysis. So, the first step is to find the missing values. Before that, let's first look at the data we want to process by using this command. And then click Run. After that, with this command, to classify the data structure based on the dimension of the data and the type of data in it. We can see the result in the front of data is data frame. Then the data structure stores various types of data. Next, use this command to find out if there are missing values. And it turns out that the result is true. It means that missing value is detected. Then use this command to detect data in any variables that have missing value. Then we run the command. It shows that the amount of data is full and another data that are still missing value. From this command, 4650 is full data set. Then 2410 data has missing values in the outlet size variable, and 1463 data has missing value in the item weight variable.
Next, we look for missing value in the item weight variable using the min. use this command before finding the value of the missing data. First, we make a copy of the data so that the original data is not corrupted. Then we try this command to find the mean, and it turns out the result is still NA. Next, we remove the data whose value is still NA. To get the mean, the result means the item underscore weight is 12.69563. We run this command, then the data appears in any column whose item underscore weight value is still NA. Then we input the mean that we have been looking for earlier to the NA value in each column in the item underscore weight variable. Let's see first that the Jakarta Supermarket 1 data has changed.
Next, we look for missing values in the outlier size variable by using the median because the data type is character. First, let's try whether the median for the outlier size variable already exists. Then run is command, and it turns out the result is NA. So by using this command, we find the median outlier size by eliminating data that are still missing values. And get medium result. We run this command, then the data appears in which column the outlier size values is still NA. Then we input the median that we have been looking for earlier to the NA value in each column in the outlier size variable. After entering the median value, run this command to see if there are still missing values. It turns out that there is no data with missing values. A total of 5681 data is saved.
Before entering into descriptive analysis, it's necessary to know every type of data. To see the type of data, use the command above, and the result will appear like this. It can be seen that these variables still have different types of data, especially variables that have the data type character must be changed first into factor according to levels or provide an example for each unique code in the data. Especially for the item identifier variable, it doesn't need to be changed because the variable is an identity, so that it has quite a lot of unique codes. see how many labels or Unicodes are contained in the data in the item variable fat content. In the item fat content variable, there are five levels or Unicodes detect, namely LF, low fat with capital, reg, and regular. After knowing how many levels there are in the variable, then we can immediately give an example through the comment above. The comment after being run will be read by data with translation such as LF is 1, low fat is 2, low fat is 3, low fat in capital is 3, reg is 4, and regular is 5. To see if the item fat content variable has changed its data type, then we can run the comment above again. And you will see the difference like this.
The same is done for the item type variable. In the item type variable, there are 16 levels. The 16 levels cannot appear entirely on the output vector. So what can be done is to look at the original data section. Then we can filter the item type variable using a small symbol on the right in alphabetical order to make it easier for us to know levels. Then we get 16 levels on the variable using the same way as when changing the data type in the item fat content variable, we can get the desired result. For the next four variables, namely outlet identifier, outlet size, outlet location type, and outlet type, you can use the comment with the same steps as before.
Okay, the next step is we have to do the statistical descriptive. Using this command, the overall summary of the data will appear. For example, in the output result, it can be seen that the item weight variable has a mean value of 4,555 and a max value of 21,350, while the average is 12,878 and the median is 12,858. Besides that, there are also quarter 1 of 9,310 and quarter 3 of 16,000. In the item fat content variable, there is only a large amount of data at each level because the original data form of the variable is a character. There are 316 data with LF levels, 100 data with low fat levels, 5,089 data with low fat levels, 117 data with reg levels, and 2,889 data with regular levels.
To see the variance can only be used for variable whose initial data from is numeric. The variance of the item weight variable is 70.860112. The variance of the item visibility variable is 0.00266 2335. And next, the variance of the item variable MRP is 3878.184. And then the variance of the outlet established here variable is 70.0x6117 and the last the variance of the outlet sales item variable is 2912141.
Next is to do a regression analysis. Before doing the regression, the data needs to be attacked first. Then, through this command, we have brought up a new linear model with the name RIC1. The variable at the front, namely the sales outlet item, becomes a dependent variable, and the other variables become independent variables. To bring up the results of the previous linear model, we have to run a command summary, and the results appear like this. In this model, the independent variable is able to explain the dependent variable by 56.38%. The rest is explained by other variables outside the model.
Furthermore, how to analyze the model individually in the estimate line intercept column. It is known that there is a nominal amount. The nominal becomes the basic nominal or y value of the coefficient if there is no additional variable. When the item weight variable is added, the value of y will decrease by the estimated value of the item weight, and so on. In the t-values column, we can compare it with the t-table, but there is an easier way, namely by comparing the probability value with the alpha value. Assuming the alpha value we use is 5%. If the probability value is less than alpha, then the variable simultaneously has an effect. Then it can be concluded that 1. The item weight variable has no effect on the sales output item variable. The item visibility variable has no effect on the item output sales variable. The item variable MRP has an effect on the sales output item variable. Also, we can write this in the command residue equals residuals rec1. Then we can save the residuals value of the model to be used in the normality test using plot. Classical assumption of normality using the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. The result is 0.00. It can be concluded that the data we are testing is not normally distributed. Then if you look through the plot, it seems that our data seems to be away from the ordinal point, so it can be said that it's not normally distributed. But for normality test, it is better to use the KS test or Kolmogorov-Smirnov test so that the result obtained are more certain. Next, perform heteroscedasticity using Bruch-Pagan test. The result obtained are 0.000, so it can be concluded that they are symptoms of heteroscedasticity. Last, we do the autocorrelation test using the Darwin-Watson test. The result is 2.0039, showing a number close to 2, so there is no indication of an autocorrelation problem. Classical assumption of normality using the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. The result is 0.00. It can be concluded that the data we are testing is not normally distributed. Then if you look through the plot, it seems that our data seems to be away from the ordinal point, so it can be said that it's not normally distributed. But
For normality test, it is better to use the KS test or Kolmogorov-Smirnov test so that the result obtained are more certain. Next, perform heteroskedasticity using Brush-Pagan test. The result obtained are 0.000, so it can be concluded that they are symptoms of heteroskedasticity. Last, we do the autocorrelation test using the Darwin-Watson test. The result is 2.0039, showing a number close to 2, so there is no indication of an autocorrelation problem. Thank you for your attention. Sorry if there are still shortcomings and error in this video. Hopefully this video can be useful for those who watch, and hopefully our group will get a satisfactory score. Thank you, Mr. Peter, and thank you to all the viewers.